following video is about winter temperatures. If you want to skip to the end of this video for the summary and not bother watching all my little rants and waffle, then you can do. But if you're just having something to eat and you just want to, carry on through the video and leave me on in the background, then you're welcome to. Anyway, the summary at the end of the video will explain what it's all about. Here, start of the new year, on my way down Derby. Well, I know this is called winter temperatures, low winter temperatures, but it's really about the battery level indicator, and that it isn't a fuel gauge. And to prove this, what I've done is I've took a little short video which I'm going to show you now on the battery level this morning after it was charged last night. Charged through the night on economy 7, and this morning, as you can see from the next clip, you'll see what we got at -2. Yeah, on the previous video, what we got at +2 degrees and what we got last night at -2 degrees. So yeah, the first video of the year. It's not a bad day today. As I say, it was cold last night, but it's a nice blue sky, as you can see, and I'm on my way down to Derby. Just have a jaunt down there. I've done some readings on the battery level indicator to show what it was just after we unplugged, and what it was when I left, and that's after de-icing, because for us, I'm not scraping ice off the windscreen. I couldn't find a scraper this morning, so that were a no-no. So I decided to just defrost it, which didn't seem to take very long at all, and that obviously knocked the battery back a little bit, but it wasn't too bad. I must say that the low sun in the sky is definitely in your eyes a bit this time of year. Of course, the battery level indicator, as I say, it's not a fuel gauge, and it does go up, whereas the fuel gauge doesn't go up. I mean, if you're doing some long downhill runs, you will get a bit of regen, and your mileage will go up. So it's an estimated mileage. Right, well, at the moment I've not got the heater on, don't really need it. The screen's clear, so I'm not freezing cold, so I'm fine. For the most part, we drive around on the eco setting, and we seem to find that's pretty much okay. We will use the non-eco setting, so if we're pulling out of junctions and we need that extra little boost, or we need to overtake, things like that. But for the most part, we don't need to be on anything but eco, because it's not really necessary around town. It's not even necessary travelling down A38 here because we're only doing 50 mile an hour. There's quite a few lorries about, and as you may have noticed, and it's not really that fast flowing. I mean, if you were doing motorway work, then yeah, to keep up with all the traffic, if you wanted to do a bit more than 60, because in eco you can only do around about 60 mile an hour in eco. So if you took the eco off, you'd be able to do the 70 on the motorway. But for the most part, as I say, we don't really need it, and we have used it on occasion when we've needed that extra boost in speed. There's a nice little parking space for me. Very good. And there we go. Right, so that's that. And what I need to do, and we are on our way back. Okay, so we're back on the A38 and heading home. This video is not really about the range or anything like that. It's mainly about the battery level and what sort of things you can expect in this kind of temperature. Of course, it will alter if you have snow on the ground or stuff like that, because you're going to get wheel spin and traction's not be so good. There's all sorts of other things that may affect it. It's a rough guide as to what the battery was when we set out and what it's going to be when I get back. The distance. I'll post the distance on the screen so that you can see how far I've travelled on this journey. It's not far, don't get me wrong, it's not a really long journey. As I say, I don't do range tests or anything like that. There's plenty of that on the internet if you want to have a look and see what the range is before it comes out. Putting it into perspective, no one in the right mind, if they're doing a range test, then that's fine, but if they're just travelling from A to B, no one's going to run it until the battery goes flat. I mean, the whole point of all this is it's just the same as any other car. You're driving a car to where you want to go and back again. You don't go out with the idea that this car will do X amount of miles and then you do them X amount of miles and then it goes flat, because you can't go and get a bucket full of sparks from your local garage. It's not the same sort of thing. But with respect to petrol cars, you wouldn't do that with a petrol car. I mean, there's unfortunate things happen where your fuel gauge packs in, or you misjudge something or forget about something and you end up running out of petrol. We've all done it, but you don't do it very often. I mean, I used to end up having problems. If I'd got it a bit low, you start getting, yes, you get range anxiety. I did get it once when I had my Smart Roadster, and I left it a little bit too close to the empty mark on the fuel gauge, and yes, I was kind of wondering not how much the petrol were going to cost me, where I was going to get it from. And luckily enough, I just about managed to find a garage. And well, with electric vehicles, there's plenty of charge points around, so you just plan your journey. One of the things that I had mentioned, and I saw this on one of the other YouTube channels, Living with the Renault Zoe, by and he was mentioning early on in his videos that if you get behind a lorry, you sometimes can use a little bit of drag, turbulence from the lorry to coast it a little bit. Well, I have done some of that in the past after watching his videos, and I don't know how true it is. You do feel a slight difference, although I don't know whether it's my imagination or not, on the pedal, just following this lorry. There's a certain sweet spot that you have to get into, and it seems that they can kind of tow you along in the wake. Well, I don't know. I mean, I'll leave it up to you if you have any experience on that. Maybe you do, maybe you don't. But, as I say, I've followed his advice a couple of times, and yeah, it seemed to make a tiny difference. Like I say, it might be my imagination, I don't know. I'm not too far from home. When I get back, I'll do a quick snap of the battery level indicator on arrival, and also put some mileage figures on the screen for you. I'm hoping at some point to do a little bit of video about my past experience with electric vehicles and the one that I created myself. Yes, wouldn't mind doing one. Just a little bit of background. Yes, I actually did build or convert an electric car. Made it into electric from petrol. So I'll do a bit of video on that at some point. In the meantime, we are not too far away, as I say, and ooh, that sun. There you go. As you may have noticed, I'm not mentioning the B word, and for anybody who is living in the UK, you know, for the past few weeks and months it's been crazy. And as far as I'm concerned, I'm not too interested in the Muppet Show down London. I don't watch them particularly with great interest. I'm a bit fed up with them, to be quite honest. That's all there is to say about that. So anyway, as we're not too far away, I shall say my goodbyes as usual and catch you again later. Glean from this video. Well, the first thing, most important thing that matters is the previous journey. The previous journey will affect your subsequent charge because the car calculates your next charge state dependent upon what you did previously. Was it motorway work, or like I did, went down the A38 to Derby? This affected the subsequent charge and it lowered it. The next thing is the driving style. How did you drive it? Did you do a lot of fast driving, slow driving? Did you pull up nice and steady at traffic lights? The next thing is using the heater or the air conditioning. If you use the heater or the air conditioning, then that's going to affect the matter of the battery state, and the vehicle will calculate the battery state dependent on this. And lastly, the outside temperature. You're going to get a better range in the summer than you do in the winter, as everybody knows. So I hope that clears it all up. The indicator, the battery level indicator, is not a fuel gauge. All it does is it just estimates what you may get dependent upon how you're driving the car and all these other conditions that we previously mentioned. So it's time for me to say bye for now, and I'll hopefully see you in the next video. Bye for now.